Hello everyone, today we are going to basically do or cover the elemental reaction which is melt. And right now I'm in a tutorial where we can actually learn about melt. And here we have Xiangling and Kaeya. Before we start the challenge, first and foremost, I would review the skill carefully. For example, Kaeya burst would be an AoE which surrounds him with these shards of ice which can inflict cryo to the enemies, and his skill is practically an AoE in a form of V that is cast in front of him. For example, as I shown right here, it would be in the shape of a V. So any enemy or any amount of enemy that is in front of him will be getting the cryo damage from Kaeya. And then for Xiangling, the Q, the burst here, is still the same as Kaeya, which is an AoE, but instead of cryo, she basically applies pyro. And to do melt, we need to combine both cryo and pyro. And while that, her skill is actually summoning Guoba, and like Kaeya, Guoba does pyro damage in a V, in a line of V, in a V line. In the line of, well, in the peripheral where it looks like a V, as long as it is in front of Guoba. But Guoba himself is a turret, so you basically could go and use Xiangling first and then use Kaeya. As long as the enemy is in front of Guoba, you can practically apply cryo to them. So let's get started with the challenge. Okay, when you start this challenge, you would see that the enemy will basically spawn in a very, what you call this, in a very far away gap. So you have to collect them like this, starting with Xiangling. As long as they're in front, you can do this. And while they are still having those elemental on the top, just use this. And as you can see, the melt has been triggered 3 times. So keep rounding them in this type of fashion. So basically keep rounding them up in the line of sight of Guoba, then you can actually do the melt. While I'm talking a lot here, I don't really focus on completing it fairly. So I will show you when I'm fairly focused on doing this thing. Alright, okay, that's it, and a bit, and I will show you just how it is done properly. So please watch carefully on what I'm about to do next. And there you go. finish the tutorial in less than a few seconds. Because you have to switch from character to character, you basically need to keep the reaction going. I would heavily recommend that if you got the bus ready but your timer is already about to end, you have to keep the bus, and then when you restart, you can do what I just did on my second run of this one. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and maybe I would cover other reaction as well. I won't explain how this reaction works, so yes, that's for you to find out. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.